Any quibbles with this? He's gone for continuity, somebody to bridge the next year or two, as opposed to young whippersnapper.
Yeah, absolutely delighted with it. I think it was a great choice. It gives Andy Farrell time as well to see who who takes over, who starts leading in the next couple of years. We know Peter O'Mahony has such great leadership skills. He and his family, it must be such a great moment for them to captain your country. I'm sure he's always dreamed about something like that, and it's brilliant for him. But I think he's certainly earned it in his performances. A lot of people wrote him off in the last couple of years. And he just got himself back into form just before the World Cup, playing great rugby. There isn't a back row you'd pick in Ireland without having him in there. And Joe proved he's worth, again, what he brings leadership, what he brings intensity-wise in that Munster win at the weekend as well. You don't say it was just down to him, but word on the street was the training during the week. He just lifted those levels, and everyone wants to train at that level along with him.
He has captained the Lions. I mean, we forget that first test in New Zealand, Keith. He has captained Ireland 10 times already, and Munster for a decade. So he doesn't need your advice on how to do the job, but what advice would you offer him on how to do the job?
Maybe not to listen to idiots like us. It's funny, I remember when he came on the scene first, talking to Anthony Foley about him, and Foley loved him. I mean, like absolutely loved him. He said he's a total throwback. I mean, he'd fit into any era. He said he's raw, he's aggressive. He said he is a proper leader, and guys listen to him. And like one of the elements for a lot of leaders and leadership is people follow them. Like that's unbelievably important. It isn't about what they are or they do. It's how people react to them. And just to touch on Fiona's point, Munster reacted very well to his presence last week and last weekend. It's funny, he's a stern-looking grouch, you know, and a lot of that I think goes to standards. And so when that happens, in training, everybody feels they have to up their game. You know, and like that's not the only way, and it's not the only thing. And of course, it would be rubbish if it was just that and that alone. But he sets an expectation for a higher standard. So I would have said last year he struggled for a long part of the year with Munster. He didn't reach the heights that he had reached. He had a bit of a dip in form. But when he put on the Ireland jersey, he seemed to excel. He actually, some of his best rugby was there. So look, he's an elder statesman now, and it's only going to be for a period of time. It can only be for a period of time. And also he goes off. So he'll go off after 55, 60 minutes. That's what's going to happen. So there's going to be another player that's going to come through and have the opportunity to lead at the end of that time, a sort of finishing captain. So we're going to see that in this period of time. So look, I wasn't certain it was going to happen, so I'm not going to pretend that I was. I thought there might have been a clean sweep and let's move with the next generation to see what would happen. And you'd still have Peter there to give the leadership he gives automatically. But maybe this is a way of easing the pressure on younger guys and easing the route for the next guys to become it. But it's an unbelievable honour to be told. It's an honour to find out you're captaining them for a day, but it's a huge honour to find out that you're going to be the captain for the prestige tournament that the Six Nations is.